only I could turn back time.
Hello, tumbleweeds. This is Mario Kaiba with yet another episode of Mondays with Mario Kaiba. This week's guest is something I fear as a self-proclaimed West Virginian due to the fact I graduated there and lived there a lot of my life. The femboy mothman themselves, Atlas Moonshine.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here.
Good thing I have a lamp to keep you away.
It's really pretty, though. So I think you're safe for now.
Yeah. Anyway, first question. Tell us a little about yourself.
All right. I'm Atlas Moonshine. I am a femboy Mothman, and I am a self-proclaimed fan of surrealism. So that's basically like my entire kind of content is I focus on like this weird, trippy games, and like I make surreal collage art sometimes too. Just that kind of weird, like trippy kind of aesthetic, you know.
Yeah, I've been to a few of your streams where you created the tarot cards.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one of them used an image of a freaking monk robe that actually owned just a different color.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Well, yeah, I actually own my monk robe that I use at the haunt.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be part of my slasher killer aesthetic. Problem is, boss is like, no, you're wearing makeup.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess it could go along with the aesthetic.
Yeah, well, I'm usually underneath this freaking next to this animatronic, that's a giant skeletal monster.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
as a reference to Warhammer, I call it a god, but not the blood god. I call it the bone god.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, and because I'm stuck under a light, it's kind of hard for me to freaking do jump scares due to the fact that I have to move my mouth minimally just so they don't know I'm real.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
Yeah, thanks to working at the hunt, I'm good at statue play and I'm good at walking really silently.
Huh. Yeah, as a Mothman, I can walk pretty silent too. I could really sneak up on someone. Like my wing flaps are pretty quiet too.
Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that you shouldn't touch a moth's wings because that dust helps them fly, I'd want to feel those things.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. Like, one, I feel like the dust will like get all over your couch, and that's going to be a pain to vacuum up. It's like glitter; it'll never come out. And two, yeah, it does kind of help me fly. So please don't touch it.
Well, if you get dust on the couch, you're taking it home.
It is a pretty comfy couch, so
Yeah, they're cheap. Product of Sims Co. Seriously, I just edited a Sims 4 screenshot for my set.
Yeah.
And yes, you can have the lamp.
Yes.
Alright. Now, what got you into VTubing?
Um. Uh. I watched a lot of like Hololive. Just like I loved watching the clips of them, and it actually wasn't until I saw a clip of Iron Mouse. She was doing the. You ever see like the Kuliki Taka one? She was like singing Kuliki Taka.
No, I haven't.
Um, that was the video that I was like, is English speaking VTubers? And then I went on Twitch, found out there was a bunch of English VTubers there, and it's been downhill from there.
I love how you put that. It's been downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I knew about VTubing, but I've said the story many times. It was Mario Kaiba who kind of inspired me to do it.
Really?
Well, as the story I've been saying goes, I was friggin' January through early February. I was going through depression. I was sick. And I just wasn't streaming.
Yeah, for me, I started all the way back in October of last year.
Yeah, back then I was still a cam streamer and avoiding the VTuber community.
Oh, yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, that song Off With Their Heads kind of inspired me to get off my ass and start creating again.
Oh, nice.
And one of the reasons I chose to be a VTuber, other than getting tired of seeing my face when I hear my voice, because trust me, a lot of people don't like to hear their own voice, let alone see themselves speak it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, having a VTuber kind of cures that.
Yeah, I mean, even with the VTuber, it's still kind of hard to hear, but at least it's like somewhat better.
Much better because it's not your face saying it. You actually have
True.
something else to associate that version of your voice with.
True.
But yeah, I'm hoping that someday I'll make it to the top of the mountain, mountaintop, just so I can
Yeah.
meet Callie and thank her.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yep, I don't have no crush on her or nothing, just admiration.
Mm-hmm.
Because that song really dissed all those freaking haters who were trying to put her down, yet they didn't create nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that song like inspired me a bunch too to like just basically just keep like grinding out content.
Yeah, and I'm trying to stream more now that I got one less responsibility. It's just freaking getting my sleep schedule fixed so I can actually start doing like morning streams and then the usual night ones.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful not to like burn yourself out too though, cuz that can be really bad.
Well, there's a few nights I don't stream, and I don't stream Sundays, obviously, for this.
Yeah, that's good at least.
Alright, now, how about a little bit of your lore?
Right? So actually okay, so like obviously like I don't look like the Mothman because I'm actually like a different kind of species of Mothman, known as the Black Arches Mothman. And we all live like in a village in the woods where we worship an elder god named Rithugia. And because we worship her, we essentially get her blessing, known as Rithuja's blessing, where it allows us to basically see the incomprehensible, and it allows our eyes to become colors that don't exist, which is kind of like a defense mechanism. So, like, you look at it and you go crazy, which is why my eyes like kind of glitch out and like change color, is because the camera can't handle looking at my eyes, so it just kind of freaks out in an attempt to recreate it. So anyways, we would like sacrifice people to basically please her, so she would awaken soon and just purge out all the evil in the world. So I was going on like basically a field trip to like learn more about human culture, and I found out that like humans aren't as bad as my village made it out to be. So now I have to make the choice whether to uh, well, like I decided to entertain them instead of sacrifice them, but now I have to like make the choice whether I want to basically choose between my village or the humans that I've learned to care so much about.
Admit it, you just wanted to wear girly clothes.
Right?
Yeah, we'll admit, you do the Astafo effect well.
Thank you. Got to be the cutest moth around.
Yep, and as long as if you don't sacrifice me, you can have two lamps.
Yes. All right, you're safe for now then.
Forever or no dice.
Alrighty, sounds good.
And that, my folks, is how you deal with a moth.
Yep.
But, gotta admit though, you are a cute little moth.
Thank you.
Sadly, you got something else that's not little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, note to self, if I do co-ops with you in the hot tub stream, make sure it's a can of Monster down there.
Yep.
Okay, sorry I couldn't resist.
Yeah, everybody likes to comment on it.
Well, I knew what that was a reference to the moment I saw it.
Yep.
Because, trust me, I kind of regret clicking on why Astolfo was trending.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that and I was like, well, I know what I have to do now.
I just felt envy.
hmm
Like, come on, man.
Right?
Ugh, I can't help but do that Biden impersonation despite my hate for politics.
Yeah, I feel that.
Alrighty, so, any hobbies?
Hobbies. Well, I guess besides like gaming and art,
And collecting lamps.
and collecting lamps, of course. Let's see. Um, I've been having a lot of fun like learning how to like 3D model and stuff lately.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like I actually learned Blender and Unity specifically for this model, and like I swear I just go back into Blender like every week because I have some kind of like idea to just be like, today I think I want to make my wings flap. So I'll just like go into Blender and just like spend all day in there trying to rig the wings and get it all to work and whatnot.
And
And then it's like, well, I guess I know how to do that now.
don't get too
So,
excited. Your wings are starting to flap in here. It's getting a little glittery.
oh, oops, sorry. Looks like I already got some dust all on your couch.
You can keep it.
Yes. I swear it wasn't on purpose.
Whatever, just don't think you can dust the whole place and keep it.
Ah. But it's so nice in here. I could totally like stream in here.
There's another place just like it next door.
Ooh.
You can have the backup studio.
Yes. Perfect.
Or better yet, I might as well just start using a backup studio. Alrighty. Now, one thing I was curious about is the quote-unquote child you have.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like an alternate universe kind of deal, like like an AU kind of deal. Yeah, it's just like kind of like a what if.
There's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
Or as DC Comics calls them, Elseworlds.
Exactly.
Well, gotta admit though, it was an interesting concept. Moth, Almoth.
Yeah, it turns out Elmots are like actually a thing too, which kind of inspired it. Like
Mm-hmm.
Elmots are an actual species of moth.
Well, I've met Noctua before, and they're a good person.
Yeah, definitely.
It was in the Tournament of Souls stream that you missed out because of your own streaming schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I want to like see her streams more, but like my stream schedule's like around the same time as ours.
Yep. Well, Gabby had the Tournament of Souls, and I was sad to see you lose.
Ah.
However, I made it up to the frickin' semifinals before I finally lost.
Well, semifinals is good.
Well, my opponent was a cat girl. I'm a cat person. I don't like to harm kitties.
Yeah, they're too cute.
I
Makes me feel
know.
bad.
Maybe a bunny, but I love kitties.
Right?
Hey, to me, the three best kind of girls are top is dragons, then tied
Mm-hmm.
below that are cat girls and bunny girls. So there
Yeah.
is no rank three.
Yeah, Dragon Girl is just like top notch.
Speaking, I'm gonna miss Coco.
mm-hmm.
She is the OG dragon waifu.
Right? Yeah, Coco was like a huge inspiration to me too, so I was very upset about it.
Yeah, but then again, antis can be jerks.
Yeah, definitely.
Besides, I don't know how Hollow Live works, but I think Coco would probably do better if she wasn't part of them.
Yeah, I feel that.
However, I don't know if they own her model or not.
Oh, they do. Like once she leaves, then she has no rights to the model. or like anything that has to do with Coco. So like she essentially can't be that character anymore.
Note to self: do not try to audition, even if I get dared.
Yeah. Well, if you end up like making it into Hololive, then they'll like give you a different
Model and
like
stuff.
yeah, like a whole different character.
Well, have you heard of that Isekai Inc. coming out?
I have not.
Well, they're a self-proclaimed up-and-coming VTuber agency. A
Huh.
few of my friends and other VTubers I know follow them.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it was last week, they decided that they will not try to force a new model on those working under them.
Oh, but like, do they end up owning the rights to the model then? If like
You'd have to
if they
ask
don't keep it?
Jisagi-chan,
Hmm.
the quote-unquote boss of Isekai Inc. Personally, I don't trust most of
Oh.
these.
Yeah, I've heard of it because like I was like it's like I remember that like Jusagi changed the name because it was something else before. It
Yeah,
was
it's
the
originally.
JCC.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what that is.
yeah, when I saw the new video talking about the name change, I just had to comment, look, I'm already a parody of a parody character. I don't need, and I've been turned into a bunny by making a witch blush too much. Last thing I need is to add another cliche when I need to be more original. Because, come on, everyone knows I'm a parody of the Parody Kaiba.
Yeah.
Though I will admit, I do kill people with my current catchphrase.
Is it the scooter rules because I have no money on your Twitter
That's,
thing or?
yeah, that's been my catchphrase. I'm going to switch back to it eventually, but currently, screw the rules, I'm now a bunny.
Oh, that's good.
I almost killed Vizzy, who was on the show 2 guests ago with that one.
Really?
Hey, dude, he's a nice dude. Guess a lot of Swedish people are. I'm just
Nice.
glad to be interviewing American VTubers again.
Yeah, I feel that time zones are the worst.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it sucks like trying to like collab with someone and they're like 12 hours ahead. I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to get this to work then?
Yeah, that's the reason why I've been trying to find some American VTubers to collab with.
Yeah.
Yep. Not easy since a lot of them freaking ignore male VTubers.
Mm.
Unless they're femboys.
Yeah.
However, if I reach 100 followers on Twitch, I'm gonna stream as my gender bend.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
In celebration, yeah. However, I might just do the sexy 90s dub voice. Hey, you know
Oh,
you like it.
oh my god.
Ain't it sexy?
It's very sexy.
A lot of you
I'm
90s dub enthusiasts love this voice.
exactly. I'm just like I'm blown away.
Oh, you gotta smoke 12 cartons of cigarettes a day to keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah, some reason a lot of female characters had that voice in the 90s when it came to dubs.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I guess like that was like their attempt to like make like a sexy and sultry voice or something.
And now it's just a meme now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I can't find a free voice changer that I'm satisfied with, because I tried that clownfish one, was not satisfied at all.
Yeah, the voice changers like they're not very good. Like I used to use a voice changer and it like it ruins your audio quality, makes it like sound so bad.
Yeah, and no, I used to do this voice jokingly with my friends, and it kills them.
Yeah.
The last time I did was the last time I actually tried to stream the Metabots GBA game. I was voicing Samantha.
Really?
Yeah, my friends were kind of joining in. problem is we couldn't do the correct voices, so I was like, screw it, let's just do some of our usual stuff. So I was using my Kaiba voice. And my friend Zaya, the Australian, was using his Yami voice, which he does a good job with that as
Oh,
Koji. And
nice.
we'd be joking around and be like, but I, this is what, but I should have been the protagonist. And every time I beat Koji, he's like, but I could have won, therefore I am the winner.
Nice.
Yeah, and he does a good guru voice from Dragon Ball Abridged, so I was having him use that for frickin' Salone.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't voice act to save my life, so like always hearing about like people being able to do impressions always like impresses me.
Well, I can do many impressions, like it's me, Mario.
Nice. Yeah, I can't. I am like literally the worst when it comes to impressions.
Yeah, well,
They all like
if I change the
they all
tone of
sound
my
terrible.
Kaiba voice, it becomes Solid Snake. Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Liquid Colonel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I wanted to be a voice actor. However, sometimes it's kind of hard to keep those voices up.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I don't know how. Like, I've seen like VTubers like like have a voice specifically for it, and like I don't know how you do that. Really impressive, but like my throat would probably die.
Surprised my throat hasn't died from doing the Kaiba voice.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, White Lightning. Like, it's not good Kaiba voice, but it's a lot better than a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Zio, the Australian, tries to do the Kaiba voice, it becomes a British Nappa.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I can't do an Australian voice to save my life. I only actually succeeded once, and it was by accident. And it was with a,
Yeah.
this is now a North line. For Crocodile Dundee, this is a North. Like, I can't do it properly now because it's on purpose.
Yeah.
But I have the exact opposite problem of the guy who did the voice of Valen in the Waking of the Dragons arc dub of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Really.
He was going for an Cockney accent and it turned Australian.
Oh. Yeah.
Me, every time I go for Australian, it turns Cockney.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess they are kind of similar.
Don't say that to an Australian because they will get mad.
All right. Yeah, I'm just an uncultured American. What do I know?
We're just uncultured swine.
I know.
Well, admit, it is fun talking to you.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
No wonder why everyone wants to frickin' collab with you half the time.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it at some point.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Let's just be careful that's not a hot tub stream.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said let's just be sure it's not. Be careful if it's a hot tub stream.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to be sure that's a can of Monster I'm feeling next to my leg.
Exactly.
It'd be funny if a can of Monster just frickin' floats up after that.
Right?
Hey, like, I don't mind freaking joke innuendos and stuff. I'm just not one of those people that can be, like, all freaking pure lewd.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say, like, I'm lewd, per se. Like, I will make, like, horny jokes sometimes, but, like, I don't think I'm, well, maybe a little.
Well, it's kind
Yeah,
of hard not to freaking do some stuff, because come on, I got femboy here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's bound to happen.
A femboy that I'm slightly scared of.
Nah, I'm just a good, I'm just a cute moth. I've done nothing wrong.
Right.
I'm a good moth.
Yeah, never trust a mothman. But yeah. Okay. Any future goals? That's one thing I usually ask and I forgot to warn you about.
Future goals. As of short-term goals, I'd like to okay, judging how fast I've been growing lately, I want to hit like 1,000 subscribers. I mean, not subscribers. That's a bit much. Followers until at the end of the month, and I'd like to get a viewer average of 15 average viewers because last month I was at 12 average viewers. So getting up to 15 would be great.
It took you a short time to make affiliate, didn't it?
What?
It took you a short time to get affiliate, didn't it?
Actually, no. I started in October. I didn't get affiliate until like mid-December.
Took
Like it
me
actually.
less time than I did because I did it before I was a VTuber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because as I tell people, it was originally started streaming on Twitch as bonus content for the readers of my web novels,
Oh, neat.
which I haven't been writing on for a long time.
Yeah, I feel that. Like I like writing too, but like I say I like writing, but I haven't written in forever.
Yep, and it's usually with one of two characters that were originally from different ones, so I decided to do a new novel of them both like world hopping,
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of fits the aesthetic of streaming as either one of them.
Yeah.
Like I have the gunslinger I call Lost Justice, who's actually the father of the protagonist of the first one I wrote.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much definitely inspired by Fallout. If you read the stuff, you can say all but copying Fallout because it's pretty much
Mm.
parroting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came from 2,000 years in the past, frozen for that long due to a quote unquote experiment by a corrupt corporation meant to help protect humanity from nuclear fallout.
Huh.
And he was from a country called Libertonia, who was fighting a war with another superpower called Communistan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I chose generic names.
Yeah. Yeah, coming up with names is hard.
Yeah, but sometimes I think using generic names has its own flair.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think it was Powerpuff Girls who had the city of Townsville, which was pretty funny.
I know. I used to love the Powerpuff Girls when I was a kid, well, younger.
Yeah, same. It was yeah, Powerpuff Girls was amazing.
Yeah, I was born in the late 80s, so I'm a 90s kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know I'm old. You young whippersnappers with your TikToks and your, oh boy, what do they call them things? Instagrams? Say anything like a telegram. I don't know. I'm old. Like the old man voice.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I did win a voice act, as I said.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Here's a fun joke for you. Well, fun
Mm,
story. I decided to log into my RuneScape account I haven't logged into since the mid 2000s, right?
right.
Turns out I was upgraded to the current RuneScape, not RuneScape Classic, and they
Hmm.
made me have to freaking type in a character name.
Oh boy.
So as a joke, I just put Old Man Kaiba.
And it let you do it.
Yep.
So I guess you're just an old man Kaiba now.
I may be old, but I can still screw them rolls. My hair's still green, ain't it? Wait, is that white? Oh no, I am getting old.
Oh no!
Did FDR do that New Deal yet?
Wait, my hair's white. What does that mean?
You're a moth. It's natural.
Well,
Actually, if that was
moths
more of
only
a
live
light
like a week.
silver.
Moths only live like a week, so I guess I'd consider myself pretty old.
Yeah, fun fact. A lot of bird
Huh.
feed actually has moth eggs in it.
No! Why?
Let me finish. It's because moths freaking infect the seeds with their eggs,
Oh,
and they will freaking like hatch sometime after it's gone through the digestive system.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
That's the reason why we usually have a lot of moths, because my mom has these two conures she loves so much.
Oh, really?
I don't like them, that's for sure. The conures, the moths, are a bonus dislike.
Nah. They're friends.
According to my Australian friend, the giant spiders are friends.
Oh man.
Yeah, that is. Fun fact is, if you own birds, there's a big chance you're gonna have moths.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So it's like a buy one get one deal, or a buy one like get like 20, I guess.
But yeah, it's because a lot of the seeds birds eat, moths will actually insert their eggs into. But they don't hatch until sometime after it's through the digestive system.
Yeah,
Guess it's the body heat from the birds that starts it.
yeah, possibly. Kind of reminds me of like sea monkeys. Like sea monkeys can like live in the eggs for like years, like 20 years plus. But then when you put them in the water, then they'll like hatch.
You know, sea monkeys are just mini shrimp, right?
Yeah, and I love them. I used to have some when I was younger.
Well, at least it's not a pet rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to love those things. Like, I don't even know why. I just thought they were like just really neat looking.
Yeah.
Honestly, I still think they're pretty cool.
Hey, you're allowed to like what you like.
Exactly. I like my little shrimp.
Yep. Other your little shrimp. Of course you're gonna like them. They're your babies, aren't they?
They're babies.
Yep. Heck, I freaking. We still have some little dogs left that are old because we haven't had male dogs for a while, so we haven't had puppies in years.
Yeah.
And they're still freaking babies to us.
Yeah. Pets are always babies, no matter their age.
Hmm. Then again, I'm the idiot who decided when they had a dog that was part Pyrenees to treat it like a lap dog.
Oh no.
He's a Pyrenees Coyote mix.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my mom didn't believe me for years because she thought they were actually freaking collies that we were lied to because my stepdad picked them up. I was like,
Oh
no, I can tell by looking at them they're part coyote because the way their tails were, their facial shape, I could tell with their eyes.
yeah. That's insane.
And then years later, after we moved to Ohio, my mom and her friend visited the zoo. She was like, he was right all these years. Those dogs were part coyote.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think coyotes must have broke into that farmer's pen when their Pyrenees was in heat.
Yeah, possibly.
It's probably one reason why we got them for free.
Yeah. Yeah, that might explain it.
Yeah, but they were not vicious at all. Instead, they were laid back dogs.
That's good at least because I hear about like sometimes wolves will breed with huskies, I think, and it like basically makes them like almost like impossible to train.
Yep.
Like,
Well, don't
yeah.
forget that's with wolves. Coyotes are different because they're naturally cowards because they're scavengers.
Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be like the same with like as the wolves because like they're both like wild animals. So
Well, purebred coyotes will definitely attack a human if they think they got them outnumbered.
yeah,
Hybrids, they still got that dog in them, so it makes them less eager to attack a human, especially when they're raised around humans.
yeah, definitely.
Actually, in fact, I love that dog so much I made my protagonist like a coyote human.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Well, they're called this. The humans call the race half men, even though it's kind of like a racial slur.
Yeah,
And protagonist actually has had to deal with racism growing up,
really.
from the orphanage he was raised in to still some after he frickin' got a job working for a quote unquote organization.
Hmm.
that may or may not do illicit activities.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in a frickin' gang. Yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff in the world that's like clashing of time zones because you got one country that's like still pure medieval, though they are getting into muskets, and you have a country to the south of them that's pretty much like the old western frontier. They hate each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they will not war with each other because they don't. One side just doesn't want to fight, and the other side, the medieval side, just freaking knows that they're too technologically enable, and they don't want to freaking mess with technology too much because they don't want to mess with their morality.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since like the kind of Wild West country has like guns and stuff.
Yep,
So
they don't have no
yeah,
mages there because bullets are faster.
exactly. Try casting fireball when a bullet's already through you.
Yeah. Fire.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like like there's heck the freaking country that the holy city's in is actually based on Victorian England.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. However, the holy city itself is still somewhat traditional, but they do accept modern stuff. Like one of the
Hmm.
biggest issues they had with the protagonist is he was pretty much uh, trained as a gunslinger, right?
Yeah.
And it's tradition that the hero is a swordsman or uses some other melee weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pretty much became the first hero to wield a gun, as well as the holy sword.
Huh.
But before the events of the story, he was betrayed by a member of his party at a shrine of a death goddess, and he somehow met the goddess, and she gave him a new sword for making it that far.
Huh.
And even though he wants to track down the bastard who betrayed him and stole the holy sword, which he was surprised that they could even touch due to the fact that it's only meant to be touched wielded by a hero.
Yeah.
He, yeah, the title's "Let's Go Devil King," where the other protagonist, the Demon King or whatever, she is an isekai Japanese teenager.
Oh. Nice.
And freaking the protagonist Koi, which is which has a lazy synonym Koi like coyote,
Mm-hmm.
he keeps breaking her expectations.
Oh.
Like, but this is supposed to be like this. Well, it's not. Yeah, well, before I stopped writing, I was actually at a point where they got married.
Really?
Yeah, because turns out the country for the half men is actually based on feudal Japan due to the fact that previous Demon King was Isekai and was a kitsune from like ancient feudal Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hero then was the first one of the half men species to be hero who was called the Ox King. Wasn't really a king, he just got the title because he was able to lead the half men in a war against humanity because he was tired of the slavery. And due to
Kind of
his
like a king.
ferocity, a deal was made that he would offer his own head in exchange for the outlaw of slavery of his people.
Oh.
Because he
Huh.
became too much of a nuisance for humanity, they figured it's better just to free the slaves and take his head than to frickin' keep this war up.
Yeah.
Well, right as he was about to be executed, the god of the world called the deity, it has no gender, by the
Mm-hmm.
way. Like, I did this before the whole gender fluid thing was popular, apparently.
Mm.
And knew of gender fluid, I just didn't recognize it. I just didn't freaking do any writing of any gender fluid characters.
Mm.
And I learned how to deal, how to, well, don't know if I said deal with or interact with trans people during the time I was a brony.
Yeah.
Which I do agree, some people are born in the wrong body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right as the sword was about to remove his head, a thunderbolt struck the blade, and the deity came down and admonished humanity over not accepting its principles.
Yeah.
So, last act before it's never seen again was to make the Axe King the hero.
Oh.
Which, when he freaking went to invade the Demon King's palace, he freaking love on first sight.
Oh, wow.
So they faked the death, and he started his own country, and because they didn't have their own culture, he decided to copy hers.
Oh, nice.
So that's the reason why it became like the Japanese-like country.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the countries are actually rearranged spellings of cigarette brands.
Oh, wow.
Like the frickin' medieval countries Portneuf, Newport, the
Oh.
frickin' Wild West countries Boromar, which is Marlborough.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, and the proper spelling for like the country, the holy cities in Stunwin, which is Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Japanese like country is actually Ritmi, which is based on Merit, which is a brand of cigarettes that's actually sold in Japan.
Huh.
I did my research.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
When I was trying to name countries, I was stumped, and then I just looked at the pack of Marlboros I had. I was like, fuck it.
Well, if it works.
And where's the Todd Howard? It just works.
Exactly.
But yeah, I did a lot of research and stuff, and turns out, like, the real story of the Halfmen is they're actually Theranthropes, or whatever you pronounce it,
Mm-hmm.
that were an experiment of the bunkers back during the last days of the war.
Yeah.
They decided to hybrid humanity with animals genetically, so they could, in case humanity couldn't survive through a nuclear winter.
Right.
That's the reason why a lot of the there's no freaking like reptilian or avian halfmen,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because it was easier with mammals.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I did not make a platypus one because that'd be so fucked up.
Ah. But listen, they've got like they like sweat milk. It's great.
Yep. And I droned too much about my stuff when it's supposed to be your interview.
It's okay.
Bad, Kaiba, bad. No more blue eyes. What?
Oh no. No.
But yeah, I'd like to hear about your writing and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't written in a while. Like, I think thing I wrote was like basically my lore, but like, back in high school, I used to be part of like a poetry club, and that was a lot of fun. It was essentially like slam poetry. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I should probably start writing poetry again. Yeah, because this was like a while ago.
And last time I wrote poetry, it was to flirt with girls.
Oh.
Back in high school, so I haven't written. Actually, I've written a few since then, but that was like the only one I can remember without reading it.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't really write like romantic kind of poetry. I usually just like write about
That was the only piece of romance I ever wrote when it came to poetry.
I'm sorry.
It's the only romantic poetry I've written.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually just like I guess focus on like other emotions and whatnot.
Like I had this poem about a samurai that was inspired by Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur.
Oh, cool.
I think I can actually remember it.
Really?
There once was a samurai. Let me drink some first.
All right.
Oh boy, had something caught my throat. Frickin' phlegm. Don't smoke, kids. Eventually you have that issue.
Yeah.
Okay, there once was a samurai who went west to fight the Huntons. When he came back east, he had to fight the guns. When he went to his home, he was all alone. I can't remember much of it, but he actually cried and he continued fighting because that's the only way to deal with his sadness. But pretty much his family had been massacred. That's all I can remember. I'm sorry.
Well, the plot of it sounds pretty good.
But yeah, it was when the poems are written in high school.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah,
there was no poetry club.
Yeah, the poetry club was like pretty small. Yeah, it was actually pretty small, but it was fun.
Hey, as long as you enjoy it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I gotta admit, though, you did write some good lore for your character. Oh,
Thank you.
excuse me a second. Finally got it. Had to mute my mic, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I was very like I am a huge fan of like cosmic horror, like Lovecraft. So that definitely like inspired a lot of it. I mean, with like the Eldritch God and whatnot. But yeah, like that like I'm like a huge fan of Lovecraft. I've actually got like several like books of like his complete work, like collector's editions and whatnot. Like one of the ones I have has like it has like a really decorative cover and like golden pages and stuff. It's really nice.
And that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, I don't know what's wrong with me today, but some odd reason my voice just cuts out on its own, not even technical issues.
Really?
Yeah, should have stayed. I should have gotten up sooner. This way I would have been out of my system.
Yeah, it's all right.
Heck, you're the first time I've been late for an interview.
Really?
Yep.
I guess I just kind of send the sleepy vibes over.
That or I just boomered hard.
Yeah.
Well, technically I'm an echo boomer, which is because I refuse to identify as a millennial. I do not frickin' eat Tide Pods.
I thought it was Gen Z that was eating the Tide Pods.
It was blamed on the millennials first.
Really?
Then people are like, wait a minute, aren't they a little young to be millennials?
Yeah.
Like, why do kids do that stuff?
I think like what happened was like one person did it, but then it like turned into like a challenge or something, and then like other kids were doing it because, aha, challenge.
It
That
makes you
sweet,
wonder
sweet
what's
clout.
next. They'll step in front of a moving bus challenge?
Um, yeah, who knows at this point?
And I hope everyone knows I'm just kidding about that one. Don't step in front of buses.
Yeah, yeah. Don't start anything.
Listen to your elders for a change. That one's dumber than the Tide Pods, because at least you get your stomach pumped with those.
Yeah.
Like, if kids would have done something like that when I was young, we would have been spanked.
Yeah. Also reminds me of like when like Momo was a thing. Yeah, Momo was like this weird like clay statue, I think it was. I don't know. It looks like a basically a cursed version of Froppy from My Hero Academia, but like people are like going into like so there's like the kids section of YouTube, and like people would like basically insert Momo into like the videos and like basically tell like kids to like cut themselves and stuff. It was crazy.
Oh, God. No wonder why YouTube did the Kappa stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was crazy.
Yeah, because we're getting too many nominees for Darwin Awards.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that was a thing. I am
Yeah.
old. I'm guessing you're what, Gen Z yourself?
I think so. I mean, okay, so I'm 19, so
You're Gen Z.
2001. Yep.
Yep, you're definitely a youngin'.
Hooray! I'm baby.
Quit making me feel old, you whippersnapper. But yeah, what can I say? Can't help when I was born, but I'm glad I was born when I was compared to being a kid these days.
Yeah. Feel like I'm going to be saying that like 10 years from now.
Then you'll know my pain.
Exactly.
One thing I will admit, it is fun to do the old man voice around youngins.
Exactly.
Though I'm only old by like Asian standards.
Yeah.
I swear, one of these days I'll actually get to interview a VTuber my age.
One day.
Well, I've met a
That is-
few, and actually the next one's closer to my age. Carrots
yeah.
Cakes?
Oh. Yeah, just a fair amount that are like above like 20. Like I think like the majority of them are like actually like the majority of them are actually like above 20, I think actually.
I know, and then you got all these teens hoping that they won't have to get a real job.
Yeah.
And all I can think is, you got your life ahead of you. Don't make my mistake. Actually go to college.
Mhm. Or do what I do, go to college and VTube.
That's smart.
Exactly.
When I was in high school, freaking YouTube was just getting popular.
Yeah.
Mid 2000s. And heck, I graduated 2 years late.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's popular with the seniors when I was a sophomore.
Huh.
But as soon as I became a junior and I graduated, it was like, who cares?
Exactly.
And my graduation year, these freaking kids were like, come on, fail. This way you can buy us alcohol. I'm like, no. There's dumber stuff I could go to jail over. No thanks.
Exactly.
Freaking West Virginia.
Hmm.
Yeah. I will admit, I did love the country, just didn't really care too much about the county.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I could say, but there's a lot of references you wouldn't understand.
Mm.
Heck, I remember when Powerpuff Girls came out. You can
Yeah.
tell I'm old.
Yeah.
Because you're post 2000s.
Yeah.
A post 2000s, so. Why is your generation not called a millennial if you were born around a millennium?
That is a very good question, cause like, yeah, cause I'm like 2001, which is like barely Gen Z, I think.
Yeah, you were
Yep.
born in the worst year ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, other than 9/11, that was the year my remaining grandparents passed.
Oh.
And the last time I spoke to my dad was like at my grandma's funeral.
Oh.
Kids, do not freaking refuse to speak to your parents because you're angry at them, because eventually the one you're angry at and don't speak to will pass away.
Yeah.
Well, and don't know if it's Darwin or Oscar Wilde that said this, but we don't live long enough to make our own mistakes. It's easier and more entertaining to learn from the mistakes of others.
Exactly.
I think it was Oscar Wilde because it seems like something he would have said, because he also said one should always play fairly when one has the winning cards.
Yeah, that sounds like something Oscar Wilde would say.
Yep. Surprised that young people even know him.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of him. Um, have I read anything by him though? I'm not.
I think he was also homosexual, but that's not been completely confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember hearing something about that.
I've heard stuff about that too, and note, that was kind of an era where that was a no-no.
Yeah, definitely.
And now we live in an era where that gets shoved down your throat, literally.
Mm.
Hey, I don't mind if people are LGBTQ plus. Heck, I'm Demi.
Mm.
I just don't display it everywhere because that's my business.
Yeah.
But the thing is this. You shouldn't try to force it down people's throats. We should be in the era of acceptance where people accept you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to criticize people for not accepting, but don't force it down people's throats.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a lot of hate once this podcast comes out. Hey, I'm a firm believer in each their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're this, congratulations. There's other people like it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to teach people, but it's not okay to force it on them. Because that's worse than freaking school.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to go to school. Why? Because you have to be educated. Why? Because we say so. Come on, man! I could do jokes like that most of the time. But I really
Yeah.
regret that there wasn't much to get you to talk about during the interview.
Yeah.
For that, you can have a third lamp.
Yes. Man, I'm really scoring tonight, huh?
3 lamps in a studio.
Exactly, and a couch. Well,
Well, you
this
technically
is
get everything
really
in the studio except for my wallet.
exactly. Hey,
And me, of
if
course.
I get some like moss scales like on your wallet, can I have that too?
No.
If I could just get some some moth powder, just get a little bit on there.
But I have no money. Alright, well, I think because I'm the one who keeps turning on, we are running out of stuff that to talk about, we should probably end it.
Ready?
Okay. Oh, and I'm warning you this in advance. When I say "and" on the outro, say your name.
All right.
Yeah, I should really start typing it out before we start recording.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been Mario Kaiba, and
Atlas Moonshine.
I'll see you all next week when I interview Carrots Cakes. Now, this is Mario Kaiba again, and I'm out. Screw the rules. I'm now a bunny. Peace. Okay, we're